As a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, with Founders Day having passed and today being the Founders Day of our Sisters of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, I would be remiss if I let these holidays pass without identifying the fact that if you publicly denounce your Greek organization, you're lame. I was having a conversation with a Spelman sister during one of my dear friends' engagement weekends, and we both pretty much agreed that this entire thing is anti-Black. And the concept that it aligns directly with Christianity is a falsehood that I'm really not sure where it came from or who is the source, but I would like to provide some context for those that are just as confused as me. When I went away to Spelman, I was very confident in who I was, but I was resolved because I had an identity. I had a great childhood in Chicago. I had great friends in Chicago. I had a personality, and it was defined by Chicago and the experiences that I was able to have garnered by the age of 16 before I was packaged and shipped all the way to 350 Spelman Lane. But when you get to an HBCU campus, you do find that some people do not have personalities. They do not have backgrounds. They do not have timelines that are filled with nuance and ups and downs, highs and lows. They are pretty much a monolith. And once they get to Spelman's campus, Howard's campus, Hampton's campus, FAMU's campus, for the first time in their life, they're able to be who they feel that they were called to be. When Greek organizations enter the picture, for some people, they're just an underline. For me, for a couple of my line sisters, for my best friends that crossed Alpha Kappa Alpha on the campus of Howard University, this was nothing more but an underline. Okay, it doesn't define us. It doesn't make us who we are, because we were who we are long before we got to Spelman and to Howard. And this is the case for a lot of sorors, all right? Across Z5B, SG Row, this is the case. But there will be some that have never lived a real moment, that have never had a light shined on them, that have never had the kind of energy and the kind of love and the kind of camaraderie that comes with being in a Greek organization. And so once they experience it, because it is so new, it can quickly become an idol. The attention that you get when you're on an HBCU campus because you're a member of a Greek organization should be studied. I am not without commentary on that. However, I do think that it's a problem to say that participating in the organization is demonic, when in reality, what's demonic is someone idolizing something no one told them to idolize in the first place. Every poem that I learned, every piece of information that I committed to memory, of my own volition, might I add, I did so alongside my sisters, for my sisters. There are no gods, there are no deities, there is no altar that we're falling before, and there is no misplaced level of superiority of our organization over our God in heaven. But I will tell you this, that love, that power, that camaraderie that you feel that is usually overpowering on the campus of an HBCU fades like that the moment that you graduate and you get into the real world. Some of y'all walk in their rooms, people don't even notice that you're there, and it is a very stark difference from your experience on an HBCU campus. And what I think is happening, this is my personal opinion, and this is what I shared with my peers during that wedding weekend, is that because the mask is off, when people come out here into the real world, all of a sudden they're feeling like they've been played. All of a sudden they feel like this thing has taken up so much of their life, they have to get rid of it or do away with it in order to be, on the straight and narrow. But in reality, it was you that made your head big. It was you that was navigating life. It was you that was navigating life on campus as though something crazy had just happened, and when in reality, you just started to wear a certain color with a certain set of letters on top. And I'm sorry, but multiple people should have been involved in bringing you back down to reality and informing you that they're just letters and they're just colors. And this life you will still have to live. You will still have to work hard. You will still get cheated on. You will still find yourself in toxic situations. You will still find yourself in unfavorable circumstances. You will still lose. You get what I'm saying? Is everybody picking up what I'm putting down? There is an asphyxiation on HBCU campuses that once you cross, life is supposed to become perfect. And that's on you if you fell for it. But don't come out here saying now you have to denounce in order to get yourself on the straight and narrow. When in reality, You puffed your head up, and you thought it was. Big time. Delta Sigma Theta, Alpha Kappa Alpha, Zeta Phi Beta, Sigma Gamma Rho are 4 organizations within the Pan-Hellenic Society that operate and organize on tenets that are critical and key to the growth and the preservation of the Black community. The audacity of you to get on an app like TikTok and say that we worship the devil. The audacity at a time like this. I'm reading everybody. I don't care. Send this to someone who thought that they was gonna denounce. And ask yourself, to the same extent that you want to get on a platform and say that an organization muddled up your life, ask yourself, what role did you play?